So I've been panhandling in, alright, I don't want to tell you where else. So somewhere up by the beach. And it's kind of weird, 2 days in a row, and then today, I see my ex-girlfriend walking by. Now, she walked by, didn't even look my way, I understand that we're broken up, whatever. She threw me out of my house, our house. But to not even acknowledge that I'm even there. We were together for 7 years, lived together for 6. It's gonna half maybe. In a house together for 5 years. And then she threw me out at my own house. That she had me committed, psych ward, and when I got back, I said, let's sell the house and split the equity. She didn't want to do that. And she threw me a little bit of money, but it was nothing compared to what the house is valued now. The house is a lot more money than, and it's a lot of the work that I did. I did with a friend of mine who's a contractor, and I did a lot of the work on the house and the backyard. I broke my ass making that backyard. You know what it is. But whatever. So the thing of it is that I was pretty pissed off that she did all that to me. But at the same time, for her to not even is she feeling guilty about what she did? That's why she can't even come over and say hello to me? Or is she worried that if she does that, I'm gonna do something to her? I'm gonna yell at her or something? I don't know what it is. But she's acting angry at me. I didn't do anything other than, go back to doing some plant medicine that I had done in the past, and that was getting me to a certain place, and that was opening up different communication. Now, the last 5 years I've been homeless, and but at the same time I've been making videos about it, and I've done a lot of music, and I've done a lot of things that I wouldn't have done if I was with her. That's for sure. Okay, that's definitely for sure. And whatever happened. But for her, I remember we were drumming one day. We used to run a drum circle together, and her ex-husband walked by with his new girlfriend, and she ran over to say hello to him. But for her to walk by 3 times, and it's been more than 3 times. It's been a number of times since we broke up. But recently, about 2 weeks ago, and then 2 days in a row, and then today. It was actually maybe 3 days in a row, and today. Just watching her walk by as I'm sitting there with a sign saying homeless and hungry, trying to make a little bit of money to survive, not acknowledging that I'm even there. I'm not looking for an apology, which she owes me though, but still, I'm not looking for an apology. I'm not looking for, but just acknowledgement that I'm still alive and there would have been nice. But that's, I guess, that's relationships for you. So I'll probably never be another one again in this lifetime, because I can't understand the human condition, man. That house was worth more to her than me. She always told me that her daughter came first, which, okay, I understand. But now that house came before me, and I guess the equity in that house came before me. And the fact that her throwing me out of it at that point made me lose my business, made me lose my car eventually. And then end up in a homeless encampment, because I can't afford anything else around here. She didn't live around here. I did before this. She lived somewhere else, and then we bought the house together on my recommendation. And my credit wasn't good enough to be on the mortgage, so she put the mortgage on. But I paid half that down payment, half the mortgage every month, for 5 years. Maybe through COVID, she gave me a break because I wasn't making any money through the other business that I had. But overall, I did a lot of fucking work on that house, making it worth so much more. And it is a lot more than a lot more. Much more than she threw me as a here, take this and I get out. I put a lot of love and work in that house, and I'll never be able to see it again because she ended up getting a restraining order against me because I was still getting mail there, and she didn't want mail to come there, and I said, I don't have an address yet. Wait, can you wait till I get an address? And she said no, and then I got mad over it, and then she videotaped me, and then got a restraining order against me. I've never hurt anybody. I've never hurt a woman. I've never, and especially now, I won't hurt anybody. I got punched in the face a bunch of times, trying to get the person off me, but I won't, take a knife and stab him or something, which I could do. I could have done when they did this, but I didn't, and I won't. I've never laid my hand on her. I've never. There's no reason that she should have gotten that restraining order, other than the fact that she didn't want me to ever see the house again that I did a lot of work on. So bum of a day, bummed out of the day. And happy Mother's Day. My mom passed away, so. And as far as I can tell, I really didn't have a mom. She was more of a grandmother than a mother to me. She was much older, and I don't know, didn't have a communication like I see, or you're supposed to have with your mom. Dad was never there. He was there. He was never really a father to me. He was never there. After the age of 5, I don't even remember before the age of 5, but after the age of 5, I know I saw him only a few times until later on, and then I would see him once a year, and he wasn't really nice to me, so I didn't really didn't really feel. He would throw me some money. That's how he would make himself feel better, I guess, about kind of abandoning us. but now I don't have communication with any of my family anymore. My sister here a little bit, but my other family I don't really talk to them. My brothers in Italy, and my other sister I feel bad for her, but I really don't communicate with her very much either. So I don't really family. I have no family really anymore. So yeah, this homeless thing, this whole thing about me, and it's all related to the things that I've been doing for the last 5 years. None of the music, none of the videos, none of the activism for homelessness, none of the things that I've experienced would have happened. So I don't regret any of that. But I do miss living in a home. I do miss, running water, and that's why I run to a hotel once a month. I get my money and then blow through it quicker than you can imagine. So yeah, so that's a good day. You guys have a good day, bye.